Good evening, everybody. We are back with another 5 rooms in our 100 room challenge. Now, of course, this series is dedicated to my first 100 subscribers on YouTube, so thank you all so much for subscribing and enjoying my content. Obviously, we are a little bit over that amount now, so thank you all so much. It means a lot to me that you guys are liking this series. I think that's what's kind of gotten us here, so thank you all so much for liking and subscribing and just genuinely watching my content. So we're going to do 3 large rooms today, and then I'm going to do 2 little ones as well. So let's crack on. We have 3 of them on the outside walls now, so we're going to get loads of good windows, so these should be some quite good builds. So the first room that we're going to be doing is going to be this one here, and I think I'm going to do, like, really weirdly, a balcony. Now obviously this isn't actually high up and it's definitely not a balcony, but I was thinking it could be kind of cool to do like sort of a concept idea for what a balcony could look like. Part of this series is to just kind of have a mess around and come up with new ideas for like builds for the future, or if you wanted to download this after I'm finished, you can obviously then use it in your own way if you would like to save like individual rooms and stuff. So this could work as just like an idea or a concept or something for a balcony. I'm trying to think about how I kind of want it to look. I'm thinking it could be cool to have like different sections on this wall here so that some of it's a little bit more private, and then it kind of goes into some more like open areas where you can actually look down. I'm going to need to find like sort of 2 bits that look similar, otherwise it's going to look a bit strange. And obviously we're going to want it to be kind of like waist height for the inside part, but then taller for the rest. One thing that I could do, I mean, this is glass, so it doesn't really matter about it being slightly taller. What about this one? I mean, to be fair, this is taller for the sim, it just doesn't look that nice. I wonder whether this would work. So we could do like this sort of one here. If I can find something that like matches it, I think it'd be perfect. We'll do it all the way across here for the first one. I could actually make it taller as well. Then I basically just need to find something that matches the kind of style of this, but is way shorter. So we do have a little sim that isn't even on my lot. It's just kind of walking around as a nice like reference for our heights and stuff. So obviously I'm going to want that one, and then we want to find something that's similar. Probably not that one. Maybe something that's like a little bit thicker. Okay, so I've just worked out another way that I can do this without using fences and using walls instead. And I think that this should work a little bit better. So I'm going to use these windows, which are really cool. Obviously I'm going to have to like lower the entire wall down a little bit in order to actually get it to work. Maybe let's put the window there first, and then we'll work that out afterwards in terms of what height it needs to be. But I'm going to do it all in, well, I was originally thinking I would do the whole thing in white, but I actually really like this one in like this sort of browny kind of color. So I might do it with this, because this is kind of what I was thinking, is that we can do a few of these next to each other like this, and then have shorter ones like this. And then that way you kind of have like your own little window sort of thing. And then what I can then do is lower these walls so that they're actually the right height. I'm just going to have to like kind of work out how tall they actually are. So that's really annoying. So apparently this is the tallest that we can actually put them, which is the worst. Another alternative is that we actually just get rid of the walls because we don't need them, and that still works as a wall even though it's technically a window. I have a feeling like it kind of needs some kind of posts or pillars or something though. Here we go. So we could use these, and these kind of go with it. If we did 2 of these and then just lowered them down, and then if I can get something that I can put over the top, then I think it would be perfect. I could go with the thing that I've done in the past where I'm basically using like these because it's from the same pack, so it still like goes really well with it if I can get it to be the right size. Yeah, there we go. So this is just 2, so if we bring this all the way up, we can then, if I can manage it, just literally slot it on top. Is that the same kind of color? I feel like it's a little bit off. Actually, I think it works, but I think the actual pillars are the wrong color, so I might have to change the pillars. But for now this part works, so I'm just going to add this to top of each of these to give it a bit more of an exciting look. There we go. And then can I change the color of the pillars? I think they're slightly wrong. We can change them to be darker, but we can't change anything else. So I think, to be fair, it's fine. It looks okay. Maybe it needs them on the other side as well though. Yeah, okay, it definitely needed it on the other side. That looks way better. Kind of digs into our garage a little bit, but I think that looks super cool. And then we can do our inside finally. So for this, what kind of thing would be good for the ground? I obviously I have kind of have a style now going, but I could do like a nice wooden ground or something. We could do it from the same pack. I'm not like the biggest fan of this wood though. It's better in dark actually. The darker one's a lot better. Yeah, let's go with that one. We're obviously doing a bit of a rustic kind of design for this, which is not really what I was expecting, but I think it looks really cool at the minute. It's a really unique kind of patio, balcony, that thing, you know. And then let's see what else we could actually do, because obviously we have a lot from this pack. There's a lot of good stuff that it's including, but I don't want it to feel like it's too rustic, otherwise it can be a little bit too much. I want it to still like have almost like purposeful vibes to it. So let's try and find something that at least makes it feel a little bit more like it was intentional, rather than like that it is actually an old building that's being taken down. This is where I feel like the flooring doesn't work as well, because you would definitely have like more like newer flooring. Maybe we should change the flooring. There we go. This one's much nicer. I like this one more. Let's go with that, and then let's try and find a wall that kind of matches. How do we feel about just like cream brick? Does that work? I guess we're kind of, is this inside or outside? That's the question, I think. Is it inside or outside? Because if it was outside, it would look a little bit different. I feel like the flooring we've picked is definitely for inside though. Ooh, I'm a fan of this. I think that looks really good as like, how about it in that color? No, it's better in that. So I quite like this brick that it's got going. I might have a rethink about the flooring though, just because it does kind of look like indoor flooring. And we do have quite a lot of good outdoor flooring that we could pick. So this one isn't with the pack, but it looks like it should have come in that pack. Annoyingly, it's way too dark for me to actually use. I am half tempted by pebbles, just because I think that they do look pretty cool. I'm just trying to find something that kind of goes with the walls that we've already got. Ooh, I like this. This feels a lot more like it's outside. It's just because it's got like this kind of tiny pebbles in the middle that it just kind of works really well. We do have them in a few different colors if that one doesn't work. This one actually looks really good. All of this is kind of coming together now. Okay, awesome. Now, obviously, we need a door to our other room on this side. I was thinking about, let's have a think about what we want to do in the next room, and then I guess pick a door that kind of works with that as well. To be honest, I was kind of thinking about doing like a greenhouse or something, or what else would work actually? What if we did the temple door? Because at least then the door matches, because the other one that we've got on the other side definitely does not match. To be fair, neither does the door from the pack, which is really annoying. It doesn't match this lighter color that we've got. Okay, this one actually works quite well. I'm surprised by how well that this actually matches with what we've already got. I'm gonna put it like here maybe, just so that it doesn't really get in as much way. And then the idea that I had obviously is that we could have like a big table or something here, and then maybe like a little barbecue, and then maybe like an outdoor game, because I know that there's some like outdoor games that you can get that look kind of cool. So let's go ahead and grab like a table. I don't really know what I'm going to do for like wall decoration either, so I might have to have a think about that. So I think for our table, I actually really like this one. I think it looks like it kind of goes with the rest of the room, but I'm going to have to move that up a little bit. Can I get it in? Yeah, perfect. I can get it in this lighter color, which works really well. Then I guess we've got to go through and pick our chairs. Obviously something a little bit more rustic, but also something that works outside as well. These are really nice. Do they come in the right color? No, they don't. That sucks. Okay, these work, and they work perfectly with this table. I don't know whether they're maybe from the same set and they're clearly meant to be together, because that literally works perfectly. I'm not going to do them on all the sides because I think 6 is quite a lot anyway, but it does look pretty good like that. And then we can go ahead and maybe add something behind them here. I don't really know what I would want to add though, is the thing. I mean, we could stick with it similar to what we're currently doing and literally add stuff that is from that same pack. How do we feel about a giant avocado? I was gonna say pear, but that's clearly an avocado, right? I think it needs some plants and maybe a light on either side here so that you have like light while you're eating. Gonna add a little plant there, and then maybe just another one next to it, and then definitely grab some lights for either side. Something a little bit more rustic, maybe just like this. Oh, that works really well actually. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with those. And then let's maybe add a little something to the table, just some flowers or something. Yeah, that looks nice. And then we've got quite a lot of space still to do. I need to work out what I want to do at the back over here. I did want to have a barbecue. I might put that on this side, or would it actually be better to have a game there? I don't know why I'm thinking that there is a game. Maybe I should go have a look and see what kind of activities there actually is. Okay, so we do have a bubble machine, which I think would be pretty cool to have up here. I can't remember whether it needs, like, I don't think it, anyway, living room chairs are required to use the bubble machine. Okay, so we've got to get living room chairs. Let's have a look and see what I can find that would work in this kind of like environment kind of feeling. Maybe something like this, actually. Something that's more just like a little comfy seat. We can't have them all the way around because there's not really enough room. We could have 3 though. 3 is like still a pretty good number. We can just put it in that corner there. That is pretty cool. Okay, cool. Let's go over here and let's add in our little barbecue. I don't know whether I want to go with like a bit more of a fancier one like this because it matches the color palette, or we could go with, I think this one might actually work a little bit better with the theme that we're going with. Maybe like this, and we can just put it at the end there, or we can pull it over here and have a whole section that's all for barbecuing, which to be fair would probably make a bit more sense. So let's do that. Grab ourselves a bin that we can put next to it, maybe just a little one like this. I think it'd be good to have maybe like a little table next to it as well, so I'm going to budget over a little bit, move the bin, and then let's put a small table next to it so that you can put the stuff on once you're done cooking. There we go. And then I just need some more decorations. Obviously we need more like sort of back wall decorations, but I really don't know what I'm going to put. Let's go ahead and just add in some more plants and things for now. We do have this whole section over here. I've no idea what I'm going to put there. Let's see what there is in this section. I think there should be some good stuff. Could actually put some herbs directly above the barbecue. Doesn't really make a massive amount of sense, but I kind of like the look of the herbs just because they've got a lot of different colors in them. What about like this thing? I mean, to be fair, it does look kind of cool. I don't know if it goes specifically with what we're doing. Oh, we could put a little apron next to here. I don't know if that really works. I know, yeah, that does actually kind of work. I think it may be a different color, but it does weirdly work with kind of what I was thinking. It's just giving the barbecue person some extra stuff to help them along. Obviously, like a barbecue is another choice, but I don't think we have enough room. Obviously, a bar is another choice, but I don't know if we really have enough room. I could put this here though. That gives us like a little bit more room. It's it does fit, but it also doesn't fit with the vibe. We do have like, where's the other one? Because there's another one here that has like wooden barrels, which looks kind of cool, but I don't know if it, again, really fits, but it looks better. I can kind of get it in like a slightly better color as well. Yeah, I think that looks kind of cool. Then what if we just like stick a bike up here to make it look a little bit more rustic? Yeah, I like that. I think finally it just needs like something on this wall here, and then it should be done. To be fair, I could do the exact same thing that I did on the other side so that we've got some symmetry going. So let's grab another one of these. I kind of like the skull, but I think maybe this one. But yeah, this one looks nice. Pop it there and then maybe grab the same lights that we did on the other side so that we've got some symmetry going. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, cool. I think that's that room done then. We can move on to our next one, which is the greenhouse that we mentioned we were going to do. So the greenhouse, I think, is going to be weird, mainly just because a lot of the walls are obviously not going to be a greenhouse. We're only going to have one section that is going to be more greenhouse than the rest. An alternative is that we actually skip this room and just go straight to this corner, which actually I think I am going to do, because then at least we've got 2 corners that are greenhouse. It's the first time that we've kind of deviated away from something where we didn't actually have a door though, so I guess we may as well. Why not? There wasn't any rules on it. So I'm going to go and grab some stuff that I think kind of looks like you would have it in a greenhouse. I'm thinking maybe like a little bit more of like a rustic door like this. It would be good to have 2 doors though, so maybe that one. That also matches, so that's all right. Then obviously we've got to grab all of our windows. The ones that we've picked here are like this kind of orangey colour. We're going to need the slightly taller ones though. We do actually have the proper ones from the pack, so I might use these instead. Yeah, that still goes. It's the same kind of orange. These ones come with some open ones, I think. Double check if they actually do come with them in this slightly taller length. They don't. Okay, that's really annoying. Guess it's only in the smaller ones. If we go ahead and add in all of these to these walls, we could also put in a door, which I'm tempted to do. I might do that like in the middle. There we go. Now we've got a door as well. And then let's go and pick our walls. I was thinking like wooden like slats, just because I think it'll make it look like it's a little bit more natural. We definitely wouldn't be able to go with like the bright kind of colors that come with the pack, because otherwise it'll look really boring. This though looks really cool. I might go with this. I'm not a massive fan of like the colors of the doors though that we've picked, but it kind of matches with what we've already got. Maybe can we get this in a slightly different color? Not particularly. We can get it in blue. Yeah, blue does not look good. Let's see if we can get that similar thing but in a different kind of shade. This one's a little bit better. It's a very modern looking like greenhouse though if you do it like that. What about like this? Kind of looks like a sauna. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. It's very bright. I'm hoping that we can kind of tone it down with the actual things that are in there, but it should be okay. And then I'm thinking, like, why does this flooring look weirdly like Animal Crossing style? I don't know why, but I also really like it, and I'm just gonna go with it. I think it's because it matches this door as well. This is a very strange greenhouse, but I really like the way that it looks. Don't know whether maybe it'd be a good idea as well to have like sectioned off bits with different flooring where you're gonna have like more stuff. Nah, it should be okay. Okay, and then obviously we need our pallets and things so that we can actually grow stuff. I'm gonna add one there and one on the other side because we've got like these sort of bigger corners, and then we can do something a little bit different in the other corners. We do have these, which are super nice. I love these. I just think they look really cool. I'm gonna add 2 of those there, and then maybe we can add some smaller ones next to it. Don't know why I picked like this bright orange color for most of these, but I just think it looks like really oddly like modern, I guess. It makes it look a bit more exciting than a normal greenhouse. And then I could do like some tables and stuff over here where we've got like little plants. Trying to find the gardening tables that came with the actual set. I guess some reason it's classed as a display. That's fine. So I was thinking of using these so that we could put one of these here, and then would that get in the way? I think that would get in the way, so we might just have to do one, and then maybe a couple of these ones that you put on the walls. I think that should look pretty good, and this matches perfectly with that door we just picked. I'm gonna do like one there and one there, and then do the same on the other side, and then maybe do a couple on this side as well, just directly over the table. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we can go ahead and add in all of our different bits. I do want some lights as well. I know that we've got like the lights that came with that set, so those will be pretty good if I can find those. Here they are. So these ones are literally perfect, but they're so tall. It should be fine actually from the height that we've kind of put it, except for those ones, because those are taller. Maybe if I might have to like pull them down a little bit. Let's pull everything down one, and then at least it's all the same height. Yeah, that's better. I probably need them over this side as well, though, too. We'll do them there, and then I'm going to do one on each side here. Shouldn't need any more than that, otherwise I think we might be overdoing it with our lighting a little bit. Although our floor is looking very empty. I wonder if there's like a nice rug that we can get before I start going in and adding all of our plants. Even if it's like something like this, or is it a little bit too rustic? A little bit too. We've kind of gone with a more modern greenhouse here. We do have this though. Ooh, that looks so good. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go with that. It's going again from the same pack that we went with last time. There is a black version actually. Let's see if that looks better. Okay, it's a little bit, I don't like it as much just because you can't see the design. How about, I don't know which one we picked last time. I'm gonna go with that one. I think that looks the best. Then let's go ahead and add in all of our plants. Obviously we can't add any to these or like these ones, which kind of sucks, but we can add them to all of these shelves here. So it doesn't look super great, but if you were to integrate it into your game, it would look really good once you start adding like all of your own plants in. Some of these I'm going to be using Alt 9, and then I guess just some of them, if I can, I'll fit them onto the actual bits that you are meant to put them on. Try and get them all so they've got like similar coloured pots, or like black and orange, so that we've got a same like a consistent colour scheme throughout the entire thing. Get some succulents as well. I think it could be quite good to use these. How does that look? Yeah, it looks kind of cool. There we go. And then we can move on to this side. I've just added a couple of succulents and those little like fluffy ones. Another thing we could do is include like this, which that actually looks really cool. I like that. Definitely including that. We do have these little like shelf things. We don't really need them on the other side, but I kind of like them coming off of these beams that we've got on the windows. Then we need to do this table. We obviously have quite a few bits from the like greenhouse pack that are like pots and things, so I'm gonna do those. I'm just gonna grab a couple of things that aren't that first though. I prefer the leafier plants if I can. There we go. So we've got all of these, and this is what I don't like about this, right? Why can I only put them in the middle? How does that make any sense? I'm gonna just literally do them myself by just dragging them over. I want like loads of them. I want a whole massive collection of them. Then I'm gonna grab like a couple of single ones and literally just scatter them around so that it looks a little bit more random. I'm hoping none of these are going to be off the table. Should be okay. How does that look? That looks okay. Yeah, if I pull it back a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. And then obviously we've got the underside of the table as well. I don't really know what I'm going to put down there, to be fair. Don't know if there's any like big pots and stuff. Yeah, there is like these that work quite well if I put them under the table. We also have like these little spray bottles and things. Ooh, we've got some of these things as well, which will look really good just in the corner of the room. Just to add a little bit more clutter. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Is there anything else that I can add? Not really, just because we do have quite a lot in there already and the rest of it is for growing your own stuff. So I think that's that room done. We can then move on to our next room, which is going to be one of these, or we can go do a small room. Let's go do, so we've done 2 big ones. We've got 1 big one and 2 small ones. So let's go do a small room. I think I'm going to do, okay, well, where have we even got doors coming off? We don't have any doors coming off of any of these little rooms here, which is kind of annoying because we don't have a starting point for these. I'm just having a look to see if there's anywhere I could put one. Noculi. So I guess we just have to put them in there and hope that we can remember to keep going with the doors are on the other side. The only reason that I was going with this rule of don't do them unless there's doors is so that technically you can walk around the entire thing if you wanted to, because all of the doors link up. And obviously if you were going to incorporate it into your own build, you'd want it to have doors as well. So for this next room, I'm going to do a tiny little coffee station. So you've got like your own little room that's all coffee. I was going to do it so that it had like a big load of greenery and stuff. I was going to have it so it had like greenery all around the outside there, and then it was going to be sort of like maybe, I don't know, like planks? I'm not actually too sure what I was going to do around the rest of it. I definitely think like wood or brick or something would be good. Maybe like this. Let's put the other thing in first, what I was thinking originally. So we're going to have like ivy and things all across this section here, which is going to take me a while. I'm just going to literally go through. There we go. So we've got the ivy I was thinking. And then if we go grab a door and just put it here so that we've got an entrance way. I don't really know which one I would use. I want definitely something modern. Something like that doesn't really work because it's the wrong kind of squares. Actually, I guess you could put it. I don't like the asymmetry about it, but something maybe like a glass door would actually work, just because I think it would look quite nice coming from a different room. What about this one? Yeah, that works quite well. And then for this room, I do need to work out what I'm going to do with the walls. I was thinking either brick or like wooden planks. This actually works really well. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. I wanted it to have this like warm tone to it, but it definitely needs a warm light. So I'm going to go grab that before I start adding more things into it, because the warm light can affect the colors that you use. So maybe something like this. Yeah, I love that. That's so good. Okay, and then let's go ahead and pick our flooring. I was thinking just something simplistic. These smaller rooms, you don't really want to go too overboard. We've got brick on the wall, so a wooden floor, like flooring would be quite good. I can find something that doesn't look too dramatic. Everything kind of looks dramatic because it's all got the light bouncing off of it from those lights. There we go. Something a little bit darker works better. And then we can go ahead and add in our coffee station. I wish that I hadn't put those in first. I think I'm going to make them a little bit smaller actually, because I can't actually see what I'm doing. It is very dark in here. I don't know whether maybe I want to add in one little light anyway. Yeah, I think I will, just because otherwise it is way too dark. I still have that nice warm lighting that I wanted though. So then basically what I'm going to do is go to the cabinets and just make a little corner cabinet bit. An alternative is that I could just do them all the way across the side, but I don't know whether that's going to look good. Ooh, this one works perfectly with what I was thinking. So yeah, basically what I was thinking is if I grab that and then please have rounded edges. It doesn't. Okay. I mean, to be fair, it still kind of works. I want to find one with rounded corners. Okay, this one has rounded corners. How does that look in terms of color? If I do they have like a nice red one? That one kind of works. So let's go with that. And then I want like these rounded edges because I think they look perfect for like a little coffee counter. And then obviously we're going to need a bunch of shelves so that we can put more stuff on. I think that's kind of a necessity. I might have to like enlarge one so you can actually see it, because it definitely hides away a little bit. So we could do like this big one like this, but I don't know if it actually takes up a little bit too much space. Might be better off just doing like 2 next to each other, even though it's a little bit smaller. Then obviously we need to go in and add our actual coffee stations, because we can't have it without that. So we're going to do an espresso machine. I'm going to add it just in the middle because it looks pretty cool. And then we don't really have a massive amount of say in where they actually go, which is really annoying, but I'm going to put the grinder there. Do not ask me what happened to the lighting here. Why does it look so funny? It's fine. And then obviously we need some little additional bits, so I'm gonna move this a little bit, and I'm gonna include some things like some tissues, like kitchen roll type stuff. And then it'd be good if we could find, we do have like a mug tree somewhere, but it kind of sucks because all the mugs are like your typical like not that good looking mugs. I wish that there was like a mug tree that had like nice mugs, or like a stack of mugs. A mug tower or something would be even better. Here we go. this one, all of the mugs are the same mugs. I'm still going to include it just because I think it does look kind of cool. And obviously if it was your own house, you wouldn't really care as much about having it not look as nice. Then I do want to include things on that countertop up there, so I'm going to have to just shift everything forward. And then we're going to obviously use Alt-9 in order to raise it all up. Going to include just some nice looking coffee things. We could also put some wine, not that that has anything to do with coffee, but I think it just looks kind of cool on a shelf. So should we do it in like this brown color? Then is there any other coffee bits? They could actually be coffee syrups. I'm going to say that they're coffee syrups. There we go. So I've just got 3 little things on there so that it looks a little bit neater. Add all my stuff back in, and then that's looking pretty good. Again, I don't know what's happened with this. It seems to only happen when I put this in that it suddenly loses its color. I don't know. I think we're just going to have to accept it. And then we can go to the other side of the room and start adding some additional stuff around. I want it again to be stuff that just kind of works, so this more modern feeling. Gonna add in a little plant there. We do obviously have our walls on both sides, but I want to try and keep them looking a little bit more minimal, because if we put too much in, then it will take away from this sort of fancy-ish kind of style we're going with. Maybe if there's like some simplistic artwork. We definitely have one somewhere that looks like it's got like, there you go, like a little coffee. Doesn't really work with the aesthetic that we have though, which sucks. How about just some of this kind of artwork? Oh, that actually works really well. Yeah, we'll go with that actually on both sides there so that we have the symmetry, and then I guess go around here and maybe we could put like a little bin there actually. That would work quite well. We'll do a nice little silver bin. Then I think I kind of want to leave it at that just because I don't want to overdo it. And then we can either go onto a small room or a large room. Which one do we want to do next? Let's do another small room just while we're here, and then we can go onto the large room as our final room.
If you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to like, share and subscribe.
Okay, and then the next room that we're going to do is going to be a little kids room. I was thinking about doing like it as like a slightly older room. I know we've already done a toddler room, but I kind of wanted it to be like a bit more like a, like, you know, like Gothic baby kind of style. So I'm gonna go with like darker sort of Victorian walls. Obviously this door that we've picked here is definitely not the right kind of door, but it's fine, we'll work it out. So I was thinking about going with like these kind of ones. I don't know what would be the best kind of wall though. We do have like these darker colors, so I don't know whether maybe it'll be better to try and stick to something a bit darker, but you won't be able to see like what we're kind of doing as well. So I think I am going to go with this one, just because then when you start adding in the items themselves do actually stand out a little bit more. We obviously do need a door as well, so I think I might put the door here. I think like a just sort of full black door would work quite well. Really anything will work, so I'm probably just going to go with something like this. That door handle looks super cool though. It does look like something you'd have in an older house. And then if we go with maybe a slightly darker flooring as well, yeah, like this. So I don't think this is like black, but it's like this much darker brown color. And then I do want it to be like proper baby rather than like toddler. So this is probably the best like one that we could use for it being like an actual baby. I was contemplating though whether I wanted it to be like this or whether I wanted it to be like crib, because obviously that is a baby and then you've got infant and then you've got toddler. So I was thinking more of it being like an infant so you could actually use the room. I might base that off of what kind of bed we can actually get though, because I do want it to look like really creepy. So we've either got this one or we have this one, and both of them obviously like that's supposed to be for the vampire pack, so it does kind of work more, but I actually like this bed a lot more. I like the like little curtains that you've got over the top. I don't think we can get that in any other like crib or anything, so I think I will go with it being like this sort of baby aged child. And then if we can grab like an old rug, I guess something like this, and then we can make it much smaller and then stick it like here. Yeah, that's pretty perfect. Or we can just drag it straight over the actual area where the cot is. Problem is it takes up like so much room and it's too small if we do it like that. I think let's put it in the middle of the room. It makes a little bit more sense. Then we need like some more Gothic-y kind of bits. I am actually, hang on, let's not do that one. I want to do the one that comes with the vampire pack, which is this one. If we choose it in purple, we could actually just put it here. Then at least I guess it kind of goes with the room. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think of it any further than here, so I'm not entirely sure what else to put in this room. There's got to be like more Gothic-y style stuff that you can have in there. Ooh, this is a cool light. I feel like we're going way overboard on the purple. Any chance we can get that in just black? We can get it in black and white. It doesn't look as good though. We'll stick with the purple theme. I guess we're going like heavy purple. And then I know that I think there's like a, there you go, there's like this bat that you can have in there as well. There's a huge bat, which is actually really cute. And then obviously we want like old kind of Victorian style pictures on the walls as well. I don't think I've ever actually done a room that's just for like a baby. I tend to do them so that they're for like a different, like I tend to do it for like infants or toddlers. We could do, how's this one? It needs to have a black frame really. And we could literally do the one from the pack. It's massive. Doesn't really look that great though. I feel like these ones work better. The frame is brown, but it doesn't look that bad really because the floor is also brown. That looks pretty good. I like the fact that that could be like the mother looking over her child. And then let's go to the other side of the room and do some more stuff here. I was thinking like some shelves maybe on one side and then a little seat or something on the other. If we can grab like an old chair. This one's pretty good. I like this. Grab this, put it there, and then let's grab like a little shelf thing maybe. If I can find one that's like the old kind of style, that would be really good. Yeah, we've got like this one. I feel like this works. We put it there and then maybe grab like some more kids' toys and things just to make it feel like it's a little bit more like a kid's room. We do have like this really cool chest that I think works really well. If we just make it a little bit smaller and then just stick it next to it, then we definitely need some more stuff on the walls. Kind of really like this just because I think it looks really pretty. We could put it like directly over the little toy chest there. And then I think finally maybe another light above this little chair here, then that would make sense. We could just do it as our main light for the room, just this little bulb. But I mean, to be fair, it would be cooler to have like a different light. Let's have a look at the different lights. Something like this would be kind of cool. Ooh, that is cool. Okay, yeah, let's go with that one. And then I'd still want like a little light on the actual wall. Maybe something like this. Ooh, yeah, that looks good actually. Yeah, let's go with that one. Then I think that's kind of it. We don't really have a lot that we can put in there, but I actually really like that. I think it looks so cute. Okay, let's move on then to our last room, which is going to be one of our big ones. And it's going to be this one here. And I'm going to make this one a internet cafe. Now, I don't really know how I came up with that idea, but I just like the idea of like loads of rows of computers and stuff. And then like a little board and then like games and things that you could buy or something behind the counter. So I think we're going to go a little bit more simplistic with the kind of colors and designs that we're using. Most of this is going to be in like maybe gaming posters and things that we could have on the walls. Obviously a bit more simplistic with the wall as well, as this is a bit more like a retail store, so you wouldn't really have like a lot on the walls. We could go with something a little bit darker as well, as they do tend to sometimes be a bit darker. You do also have to have them like weirdly split so that you have, I could do it like so it's split so you have your own pods, but I don't think that that'll look particularly good. Let's grab another door and put it over there so that we can get into our next room. Probably just going to go with like that one. Then obviously we also want our windows on this side, so let's go pick which ones we want to do for that. I was thinking of having them not huge windows, but ones that are like slightly higher up. Maybe something like this would work quite well if we can get them in black. Yeah, like this. I think I'm just going to do two. We don't need like too many. I'm worried that this is going to end up looking more like an office. I'm hoping that doing the slightly dark colours might make it feel like it's less officey. We obviously need our long tables as well, so I'm going to go grab some long tables. I feel like you tend to have quite basic kind of tables in like these kind of places, so maybe something like this or something pop-up would make more sense. I don't think we can get those in here though. I feel like this is probably the closest we're going to get to like a pop table. So I'm going to go one there and then one on the other side as well, just in the middle of the window there. We could do another one on the other side, maybe. I feel like it might be best to leave that to like having maybe like snacks and stuff that you can go and have. So let's add in all of our chairs and our PCs so that we have kind of an idea of what we're gonna work with in terms of that, and then we can go ahead and add like a bunch of pictures and things. I think the walls might need to be a bit lighter. I feel like they're just way too dark. Yeah, I'm feeling this more. I feel like this makes more sense. Can we get the windows in white? We can. Okay, cool. This is feeling like it makes more sense in white than it did before. Then we need chairs. So I don't really know what kind of chairs they normally have in these kind of places. Just going to do a quick bit of research and having a look at what the chairs they actually have in gaming cafes. Obviously they're different kind of everywhere you you go, I guess. Some of the gaming cafes that are coming up here look so cool. Like I would go to these. They look completely different though. Oh, it's not a gaming cafe though, it's an internet cafe. Okay, that's different. Hang on. Internet cafe. I picture an internet cafe as being somewhere a bit more depressing, but to be fair, they don't look that bad like the ones that are coming up. Some of them look really modern actually. So they have just like a range of chairs. I'm gonna go with some of the ones that are coming up kind of look like the ones you get from like the interior designer like pack. So I'm gonna go with some of those because I think that'll look quite cool because they're quite sleek, sort of like these ones or these ones. So they're a bit more simple. They don't work with this table though. Is this table that I've picked up like some high up table? It is. I didn't realize it was a high up table. Whoa, actually, hang on though. This actually works really well with this. Yeah, I like that. Those look really cool. I don't know if you can put computers on there though. I'm assuming you can, but I'm not actually sure. This is looking better now that I've made it a little bit brighter. Okay, I found a problem. We can't have them on both sides because they're too big. You could have a laptop on both sides, but you couldn't have like that kind of PC. Can I do this on both sides? Oh, actually, I can do this. Okay, yeah, that's fine. But I didn't really want to use that one. I wanted to use the big one. This one's a little bit better. Can I do this on both sides? Yeah, okay, that's fine. We'll do these ones. These ones look like they're a bit more basic. I didn't want to go with like really high tech. Okay, so we've put all of those in. I might see about adding some curtains just because I guess it would make sense to have some curtains. We could do something. Oh, actually, this is the first time that I think this has ever actually looked good. We're kind of not using the windows, which is kind of useless in having them there, but you know, it still kind of works. And then let's get some gaming posters and stuff up on these walls so that it looks a little bit more like you've gone there to do some gaming. So the one that I really like is like this, just because it's got loads of stuff in it that kind of looks like it could be posters for like gaming and things. I think it's from like, obviously if you were like a college student or something like that, it kind of works. There's like anime ones as well. I think you could put all these on. They do kind of look like they could be from games. If we go to the other side and do the same thing on that side, there is some that look more like games than others. Like this is clearly meant to be games because it's got like a Minecraft ripoff on there. This could also be games, but I can put those there. And then obviously we've got to do the other side. So I'm going to add like a bunch of like vending machines. I think they exist in this game, but I'm not entirely sure. I swear I saw one the other day. Yeah, there we go. We have a vending machine. So I'm going to include that. It's just like a juice vending machine. I don't know if you can like change the color and you get different ones. You do. Okay, perfect. So let's grab a couple of different ones. Then I'm going to grab a fridge as well, like one of these ones so that it's nice and clear. And then I'm going to add just like a little desk there, like sort of like a front desk where you could buy stuff from. There we go. I added like a little iPad to it. I think I want to add like some stuff to this background section here though, but I'm not too sure what I could even add. We've added like quite a lot of our gamer stuff already. I'm trying to see if there's any other things that kind of work. We do have like records and music and things. I don't think these go as well though. Ooh, we do have this. This weirdly looks like what you would have as like an advert for a drink or something in like this kind of place. So I think that kind of works. I don't really want to put a lot back there. I might put like a little bin just in the corner, just there. I think that makes it make a bit more sense. Yeah, then I think I'm kind of done with that. I don't really want to add like too much else on. I think that it looks really cool the way that it is. And there is our 5 rooms done. I think that these came out really cool. I think I'm starting to get like a few more unique designs, like the little internet cafe that I made. And I think the little coffee station is absolutely adorable. I think it'd look really good in a house if you put like a sort of open archway so you had like sort of a coffee nook. I think the little outdoor patio as well came out looking super cool, and I really like the fencing that I did. But let me know in the comments what you think of the builds. Which one was your favourite? Be sure to hit like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I post long videos like this every Wednesday and Friday at around 6 p.m. and then I post shorts the rest of the week. If you enjoyed this episode and you haven't caught up on my other episodes, the playlist is on the screen now, as well as a recommended video, so if you enjoyed this one, be sure to check that one out too. And I hope you all have a great rest of your evening.